quickly before we go to the issues of security. Very important. Without security, you remember what has happened in the past election had to be shifted. How ready are we for the 2019 election? Just 12 days. I have joining me a security consultant and a retired military officer, Colonel Hassan Stan-Labo. Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Thanks so much, Phil.
Is everything okay ahead of this election in terms of security?
Yeah, I don't think we'll have much to worry about. I must say that. Out of every sense of optimism and a patriotic citizen, so to speak, the police, I think, should be on top of the game. We have a new IG now, who I think would really want to prove his mantle. And since taking over, we've seen the little shake-ups he has been able to bring to bear in the way the police is being run. And I think he's very much conscious of the fact that the election is one area that would either make or mar him. And I don't think we'll have much to worry about.
You think the police has the capacity?
Well, whatever capacity they have will be within the ambit of what the nation is able to provide. First of all, we'll talk about manpower issues. I want to believe he will mobilize every policeman on Nigerian soil and commit them towards these elections. If we still have policemen that are still carrying madam's bag all over the place and so on, I want to believe that by now they should be mopping them up to make sure we're able to make the number. Haven't talked about manpower. I want to believe that you mobilize these men, you've got to avail them necessary training. Training that will enable them to know the what, when, and hows as far as their duties and responsibilities are concerned. What is to be done? When is it to be done? How is it to be done? So it calls for training. I want to believe these policemen will be trained in this line. Okay? Having said that too, their welfare must be properly addressed. You must put all this in proper shape if we want to really have good security provisions for them.
When you hear politicians saying that there are plans by the opposition, both major parties are saying that these people are planning violence. These people are planning violence. How do you handle that in the ambit of preparations in terms of security for an election?
I wouldn't want us to allow such comments to distract whatever the security agencies are doing on ground. Politicians will remain politicians. Personally, I've reduced them to 5-year-old and 7-year-old children.
Why?
Of course, their utterances and their behaviors and so on. So if you want to remain focused, okay, as belonging to any of the security agencies and so on, make sure you know what is right. Do your job. Block your ears to all these unnecessary, destructive comments. I have just mentioned certain things. Have you mobilized enough manpower? Have you addressed training? Have you addressed the welfare for the men? And so on. Do your homework.
From your own assessment, generally, from the security network that we have, the situation of things in the northeastern region, from the this north central region, are things calm enough for us to enter into an election?
Why not? Sure, look. Maybe I'm too optimistic, but the point is that, look, if you do your homework, you can't be taken by surprise. This is not the first time we are heading into an election as this. And I want to believe from one election to the other, from one activity to the other, we get improved.
You know why this election is more critical perhaps than the ones we have in the past? It seems that the contest is very much intense than we have seen in the past years. So do you think that that's something that security agencies need to be concerned about?
What did we not see in 2015? What did we not see in 2015? So, if we have agencies that have got good history, okay, institutional history, I believe they will be able to improve on their past. All right. Look at what INEC is doing. INEC has so improved. That is an institution with good institutional history.
Colonel Stan-Labo, let's close on this note. If you are to tell the nation or advise the nation on how these issues should be handled, especially security and looking at what politicians are saying, that aliens are coming into the country, issues of border and the porosity of it, what would the advice be?
That every agency, as you hear all these comments, you ask yourself, have I done the right thing? I hope the immigration guys are hearing what is being said about aliens coming in, especially our northern fringes. The northern fringes, okay? Sokoto down to, in short, the northern fringes. It is always very easy for some of these guys to move in, for obvious reasons. I hope you know most of our borders are mere artificial borders. Yeah. So, of course, all these agencies should make sure they are able to man these borders. I expect that by now we should have standing patrols, highly mobile.
Okay.
Standing patrols in all these areas. Okay? And we make sure that nearly every individual passing in is being checked. Okay. Not just the major gateways, so to say. We have 1,000 upon 1 footpaths. I hope you know that from Mongonu down towards the tail end, we have about 1,057 footpaths leading into Nigeria.
We hope some people are listening on some of these advice. But I must sincerely thank you, Colonel Hassan Stan-Labo, a retired military officer and security consultant, for your thoughts there. Thank you so much, and I wish that I hope that we have a pleasant election. Thank you, everyone, for watching. That's our show for today. Many thanks. I'm Sean Okimale. Bye-bye.